My general advice would be, if you can avoid a joint venture, try to do it. Quick one about joint ventures in Asia. Joint ventures are very often a forced marriage between a foreign investor and a local, what I call special interest group. You have that in Japan, in Korea, and of course in China. Famous examples are the car makers, BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes. What happens now, we see a clear trend that they very often have outlived their mutual usefulness. What does it mean for investors coming now to Asia, particularly in China? I worked on probably 60 plus joint venture formations and also cases where the foreign side gets out by either buying out the Chinese side or get bought out. And this is the trend. You have also seen what BMW did. BMW acquired the majority in the joint venture with Brilliance, and that allows it to have control, because not having control over a joint venture is the issue. When joint ventures are now discussed by foreign investors in China and other parts of Asia, of course, the details matter. Generally, the trend is now that they're falling apart, that there are too many governance issues, that there are too many cases where they cannot agree on the strategy and where they don't agree on dividend distribution, an intention that is often not supported by the local partner. When you hear the term joint venture, it's probably a legacy joint venture from the past. Very few are established now. And what we see when working with our customers on this topic, joint venture, it's becoming more challenging than ever before.
What are the pros and cons of having a joint venture with the Chinese partner?
When you talk to lawyers, they always tell you, yes, you can share the burden of capital contribution, and they bring with them relationship, a distribution network, or have you not. The reality is that commercially, a joint venture partner that is forced upon you is only beneficial because they are favored by local legislation. So you have to gauge yourself. You are compromising on control, and you get in exchange certain rights or licenses that they are simply not giving to you because you're a foreign investor. That can be an advantage. My general view after 20 years of looking into joint venture formation and also dissolution is that particularly now, it's rather negative. The pro is certainly contribution of resources, but the cons and the big cons, the big no-go is limitations to governance, limitations to really do what you want to do and to enable the commercial model to unfold because your joint venture partner doesn't agree and is literally getting a free ride at your expense.
Let's say I have a joint venture with a Chinese partner. What would you advise me to do today?
The first thing I advise is to carefully look into the financial performance over the last 3 or 5 years. Has it improved? How is the liquidity? Can you get dividends out of it? And then think about what will the future look like in the next 5 years. I tend to say, based on my experience, in most cases, the answer will be, it's hard to get dividends out because the Chinese partner is not interested. I would, depending on the potential, I tend to say, for most cases, try to buy out the Chinese partner if you just see the advantages of the market, if you see the potential, the synergies you can realize with an existing operation. If you see that the financial performance is critical, even declining, or that dividend distribution is difficult, consider also selling your part, maybe set up a new company on your own, or take the cash, the proceeds, and invest wherever you find the best ROI.